Thank you very much, guys. Feisty Syndicate winning over the good guys of Soldiers of Thunderstorm. We've seen quite a few Macarials. One question we got off the forums is, why do we see so few Nightmares?
Well, I think Nightmares tend to be a lot more cap intensive, especially if they're shield tanked. And again, they do a lot of DPS, just like Macarios. But I think Macarios tend to be more popular because of the speed. A lot of teams are fielding speed setups, and Macarios fit perfectly in there. They have extremely high alpha, whether with artilleries or autocannons. I think autocannons tend to be more popular now. They're just very versatile, very high DPS ships, so much better than the clumsy Nightmare. And we've seen a lot of teams actually field Nightmares and still lose out when they have something like Curses on the other side, or some kind of E-War and so on. So
I think mostly it's because the Nightmare is a shield tank, really, and that means you can't really free up your med slots for any sort of E-War. And it does do really nice DPS, like upwards of 1,000, I guess, but without like sort of the E-War you've got in the middle, it's kind of just a damage ship. That's it. Kind of a limited role.
Yeah. I mean, most of the Macarios we saw for the first part of the tournament were shield tanked as well. I mean, there's a lot of Macarial setups that are revolving around a scimitar and running shield logistics, but I think that, I think the mobility has to be the biggest difference between the two. Although as we move forward in the tournament, like we talked about a little bit, the armor tank Macarials are becoming more popular, and for that reason they have the mids available for other roles, which is really good. But it is interesting. We tend to see Nightmares in the tournament, and I mean in the past they're a popular ship, and they're not so much this year.
Yeah, we've almost seen none of them.
I'm surprised no one would want to bring them. Like I would think Nightmares would show up way before Vindicators for the most part.
Yeah.
But
I think only like 1 or 2 of the flagships are actually Nightmares, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. The large majority of the flagships are Balgors as far as I remember.
Yes.
But I mean, they're also a good ship. One question we have from the forums as well, from Kinto PR, is bombers cost fewer points than a Tech 1 cruiser. Is that something that should be changed in the future?
I think next year bombers need to be much more expensive. I mean, I think that you shouldn't look at the point system as an evaluation of the ship's quality or like how good it is as compared to other ships. That's not really the point. The point is to create a good tournament, and the point values change each year, not necessarily related to the quality of the ships, but more just as a way to change the composition of the tournament. And I think bombers kind of have crept into a place now where they're so strong in the point system that they need kind of a little tournament nerf so that we see less of them in the future.
I think you're probably right. I mean, we're seeing quite a lot of setups with 5, 6 bombers, and they're kind of becoming like the most mainstream little ship there is.
And the other side of that is it's really fun to see Tech 1 cruisers. And this is the second tournament in a row we haven't really seen any at all. And it would be cool to have them back. They're very fun to watch.
Used to have a lot of thoraxes.
that's what I noticed. They're not fielding any thoraxes anymore.
It's like the famous Joker Fraction match. That was a fun one.
Well, I mean, we used to see lots of like phantasms and
Stabber Fleet issues and the Yashimus last year.
Yeah, and those are so fun.
And they were really good. All we've seen this year is like one Mauler, and that was just dumb.
Well, they did have Ruptures. Ruptures are actually really good cruisers. So
we've seen a few Ruptures actually. Okay, guys, the next match is ready. It is defending champions Pandemic Legion versus Tormentum. Kill2, who's going to win this one?
Pandemic Legion.
I'm going to say Pandemic Legion, but for all the forum stuff that's been going on, I'm going to, say
Tormentum. Okay.
Best of luck to Tormentum.
I really like giant killers, when it happened with Barb and everyone else, so I'm going to go root for Tormentum. I want a giant killer.
That is absolutely fair enough. Let's see if Tormentum can do it. I think Pandemic Legion might take this one.